I'm Reba McEntire, and I know it's the middle of May, but I'm chilled to the bone just thinking about today's General Hospital Daytime to Remember. You ought to bundle up yourself, because we're going to journey back to a time when the evil Cassadine brothers threatened to take control of the world by freezing it with a diabolical weather machine. I know this seems a bit far-fetched, but try telling that to the people of Port Charles. On what should have been a balmy summer day, the temperature was dropping fast. If someone didn't stop the Cassadines, Port Charles would freeze over. Fortunately, that someone was Luke Spencer, who, along with his girl Laura and their pal Robert Scorpio, had infiltrated the Cassadines' underground compound and found their way to the command center. Now, it was up to Luke to find a way to stop the weather machine. He had no choice. If he couldn't crack the code to turn off the machine, then all his friends back home would die. That's the situation in this classic episode from the summer of 1981. So button up now and check into General Hospital as we begin the adventure of the Ice Princess.
Yes, sir, somewhere off the coast of Venezuela. Yes, sir, I'll be here on 24-hour call. Yes, sir. Apparently, Mikos Cassadine knows that we've been tracking his radio signals. Everything's gone dead.
Isn't there another way of finding that island?
Yes, by a grid crisscross search by air. That's exactly what we're doing right now.
That could go on forever. It may be too late.
Audrey, we can't even consider that possibility. They'll find that island. They've just got to.
Steve, it's impossible to believe, but it's 40 below out there, and the temperature's dropping at 5 degrees an hour.
Good Lord. Not much of anything can live in that kind of weather. Mikos is certainly going through with his threat.
We've got to find that island and stop him.
Well, Mikos is going to find out he's got a fight on his hands. We're not going to give up that easily.
It won't be much of a fight, Steve. The hospital oil supply is down to almost the fumes. Not to mention the patients stacked up for OR availability, and that's not counting the emergencies. Keep coming in every hour.
Monica and Rick are going to have their hands full.
City Power and Water companies told me that they expect a power failure any minute. I don't know what to do anymore, Steve.
30 minutes to 0 hour.
Turn loose! Damn it! Turn
All right. Computer. A sequence of letters, a word. A word. Cassadine. C-A-S-I-N-E. Mikos! I need help. Laura! Laura! Robert! Robert, Laura! There's got to be a way to talk to him out there. Robert, Laura. Robert, Laura. Robert. Laura, Robert, this is Luke. Can you hear me? Luke, we hear you!
Luke, are you all right?
Robert, Laura, if you can hear me, say something.
We can hear him, but he can't hear us.
Luke, we're right here in the crystal room.
You're wasting your breath. The door is totally sound. Oh, shut up, Victor!
Robert, Laura, if you can hear me, I don't know if you can or not, but I'm locked in the control room. I can't get out. There's been an accident. Mikos is dead. Repeat. Mikos dead. He pushed the control lever all the way to total freeze. I can't get out of the control room. He fell into the ice chamber. He's gone. I can't get the lever back. Repeat, I cannot stop the weather machine.
Luke! Luke, we can hear you. We just can't get the door open.
emergency doesn't necessarily mean we're prepared for it.
I know, but you can only do the best you can, Doctor.
You know, we'd be in a lot better shape if we knew how bad the weather was going to get. Any guess?
I'd say you'd be wise to expect the worst possible conditions. We've had our last contact with Mikos Cassadine. I'd say that he will probably carry out his threat to destroy Port Charles.
There's no way we can stop him.
No, not until we find that island. Who knows how long that's going to take?
Is it finally getting through to you what's happened? You've lost. You blew it. Mikos is dead.
I must finish what Mikos started.
You can't do anything now. Don't you even care about those people in Port Charles?
No one wanted to hurt people, just to help them.
Well, you're hurting people now, thousands of them, who don't even understand what's going on.
Mikos only meant to convince your government to capitulate.
You Cassadine guys are something else.
Don't move! Victor, your plan to take world power has failed.
There is no need to destroy Port Charles. There never was, and there never is.
I wasn't in charge.
Should be only Cassadine left now. Tony, Mikos, all dead. You're going to join them if you don't help us stop this madness.
Victor, please. Please open the door to the control room so that we can stop the weather machine.
Even if we could get into the control room.
Then what?
The control lever is locked by a digital computer.
But you know the code to that computer.
No, I don't know the code. Only Mikos knew it, like the code to the door.
You must know something.
He thinks he's undecided about living and dying. And I'm just the boy to help him make the final decision.
And I told you, even if we could get into the control room, we couldn't unlock the lever without the computer code.
At least you must be able to tell us how we can communicate with Luke.
There must be some sort of internal communicating device, some kind of fail-safe system to ensure communications between rooms.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Funny, but I'm not convinced. Now, one more time with passion and feeling. Where is the internal communication intercom located?
It won't help. Nothing will help now.
Then you do realize how wrong it is to destroy Port Charles.
Mikos and I had no intention of destroying anything. We never wanted this to happen.
Victor, the intercom system to the control room. Where is it?
Victor, please. Please tell us where it is. Please.
Calm down. Calm down. Right, we've got a computer. To release the lever to the weather machine. It takes a code. The code is a word or a series of words or numbers. Okay. The word. Island. Anthony Cassadine.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Robert, yes, man, I can hear you. Yeah, how's Laura? Is she there? Is she all right?
She's fine, mate. Listen, we're having a bit of trouble getting in there to see you.
Hey, listen, pal, I'm having a little trouble getting out there, too. Let me talk to Laura.
Look, there isn't the time.
Robert, let me talk to Laura. I need to talk to Laura.
Luke? Luke, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, Luke, I was so worried about you.
Worried about me? I love you. Listen, we got to get this door open between us.
We're trying to get the door open. We can't.
I know, I'm trying in here, too. I got knobs, I got buttons in here. I could launch a missile. I can't open a damn door.
Listen, Luke.
Yeah!
There's a button on top of the radio console there. I saw Mikos use it when he was talking to Ballantyne. Can you find it?
Yeah.
Okay. It activates the relay system, which puts you through to Port Charles. Have you got the right one?
Yeah, I think so. It's got a red light, right?
Okay, right. Don't touch it. I have Victor out here. I think he's finally seen the light.
How'd you manage that?
I appeal to his better sense of self-preservation. Now look, while you're trying to get through to Port Charles, I'm going to be working on this code to the door.
Got it. Okay. All right, and I'll get through, and I'll tell them what's happened here.
Right.
Well, come on, put the man on. Let's get this dinner in the oven, man.
Victor, you heard me. And don't double-cross, or so help me.
Well, looks like we've had our last call from Mikos Cassadine.
He did say it would be the final one.
Keep trying, just in case. But, Dr. Hardy, I meant to ask you.
Come in.
Dr. Hardy, could I talk to you for a minute, please?
Yes, Bobby, what is it?
Is it true? Is my brother alive? Rick Weber just told me that he heard his voice on the radio and that he was somewhere on the Atlantic on an island.
Yes, Bobby, it's true. Both Luke and Laura are alive.
Where is he? When's he coming back?
I'm sorry, Bobby, I can't give you any details when I have more time. Just be assured that Luke is still very much alive. Now, hadn't you better get back to your duty?
Well,
Bobby,
yeah, but
Bobby,
when is he going to...
Bobby, we're going to need you on top capacity if we're going to make it through this terrible freeze. Please.
Okay. Got the message.
Well?
True. He's alive!
Oh, just put those things in the lounge, please, for the others.
How's it going, Georgia?
It's just a minor madhouse, but we'll get it sorted out.
Oh, is that the group from the Red Cross?
Oh, yes, I told them to take the clothes and the blankets and put them in the lounge until we decide what to do with them.
Very good. I'll go and see if I can help them.
Steve, the men from the water and power company are checking the pipes in the basement. And there's a man from the gas company with them.
Good. Then we have nothing to worry about, hmm?
What, me worry? Oh, talk about opening my big mouth too soon.
Dr. Sanchez, call obstetrics on line. If you got skinny, order me
An emergency.
I think we're going to keep them warm with blankets
Okay,
and pray a lot.
Give it to me.
Oh, hey, gang, would you give us a hand?
Yeah.
Get all this stuff down to emergency.
Sure, Bobby, you got it.
Hey, what is the much
okay.
you get to grab blankets and be thinking, oh, I got him.
Here, I'll give me.
You got him?
Here, I'll take one. Okay. Let's go. Poke them out. As fast as you can.
You know, I just turned up the thermostat a couple of notches. I think that Port Charles chill has invaded our tape library. In this next scene, we're going to see one of my favorite General Hospital characters, Heather Weber. She'll be in Kelly's Diner helping bring people in from the cold. It's one of the only times you ever saw Heather doing a good deed. Most of the time, she was acting crazy or plotting something devious. Heather was kind of like Janet Green on All My Children. Wait a minute. She is Janet Green. I'm just kidding with you. Both Heather and Janet from Another Planet are played by the same actress, Robin Matson. First, let's check back into the hospital where the staff is preparing for the worst.
I don't know how she does it. Rose must have made a vat of soup before this freeze started, huh?
She is a dynamo, that's for sure. So are you.
Oh, I know you don't have to throw bouquets my way just because we got stuck on triage duty together.
I wouldn't throw them if they weren't deserved. Well, we got as many people upstairs as we got down. I better go up and check them. See you later.
I'll get it. Kelly's Diner.
Señora Kelly, por favor.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Who's calling, please?
Señor Joe Kelly.
Joe?
Let me talk to him.
Rose? Hello?
No, this is Annie. Joe, hi.
Ann, what are you doing at the diner at this time of night?
Well, it's the freeze. There's an emergency here.
I think we have a lot of static or something. I can't really hear you.
Oh, Joe, so good to hear your voice.
Annie, is that really you?
I have to talk to him. Heather's here. She wants to talk to you.
Listen, don't worry about Heather any longer. Ramsey's going to see that she's put away for good.
Joe, she's right here. I guess you haven't heard.
What? What?
Joe, it's Heather.
Ann, I think your voice is fading away.
The gun Sarah gave you, it isn't the gun that killed Diana Taylor.
I can't make out what you're saying.
Joe, I didn't kill Diana, and that's proof.
Listen, if you can hear me, just give Rose my love and tell her that I'm coming home.
Joe. Joe. Well, at least he's coming home.
Not you, Heather.
You just watch and see.
How does Luke make contact with Port Charles?
All he has to do is to activate the switch on top of the console, no other. You hear that, Luke?
Yes.
Once you've made contact with the relay station, pick up the red phone and speak into it, then put the phone next to the intercom speaker, and then I will give permission to clear the transmission to Port Charles.
And while you're doing that, I'll be trying to crack the code to the door. Watch him, Laura.
Move her on the couch.
Now, I did it before, I can do it again. There's only several 100,000 combinations I haven't tried.
I won't say that I'm sorry that Mikos is dead. But I am sorry for you. I know you must have some feelings.
2 brothers gone? It's something I never conceived would happen.
You could have let Luke hit the wrong switch. Why didn't you?
Mikos. His dream of a world without pain and suffering turned into a hideous nightmare. What good would be accomplished for all of us to die as well?
Relay station. Come in, relay station. Come in. This is a red alert from the island. I must contact Ballantyne in Port Charles immediately.
Where is Mikos? We must have his authorization.
Mikos and Tony Cassadine are dead. Victor Cassadine has turned over all authority to me.
Who is this? Identify yourself. We must have confirmation.
Now you listen, we've got a red alert here. We've got a crisis. I don't have time to argue. I'm putting Victor Cassadine on. He'll give you every necessary authorization. Hold on. All right, go for it. The relay station is standing by. Tell them
Victor, come at me here. And tell them not to monitor a conversation.
This is Victor Cassadine. You will open direct contact with Port Charles immediately. And you will also turn off all monitors on this transmission. That is all. Out.
Your orders will be carried out, Mr. Cassadine. We will establish radio contact with Port Charles as soon as possible and cut off all monitors from this station during transmission. Out.
I always had a little teensy crush on that handsome Dr. Noah Drake. He was played by Rick Springfield, who had all those rock and roll hits like Jessie's Girl. Funny thing was, while he was a singing sensation in real life, Rick Springfield never sang a note on General Hospital. I guess there wasn't much call for rock and roll brain surgeons. Tomorrow we'll head back to IC Port Charles and the Cassadine Underground compound to see if Luke can crack the computer code and save the world. Come on back for part 2 of General Hospital's infamous ice princess.
Tomorrow, start your day in a spectacular fjord. This is Joan London.
And Charles Gibson. We're in Bergen, Norway, the next of our Lands of the Midnight Sun.
On tomorrow's Good Morning America.
Will Mateo piece together the clues surrounding Haley's disappearance before it's too late? Watch what happens on All My Children today.